Three, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, soupies of all ages, welcome to the Kayfabe Soup Wrestling Podcast, where we swear this is our first take and there were no technological issues whatsoever.
I'm sorry.
I am the intern, and GRJ, Habes, and I are gonna have to try to rehash some great conversations that you all missed, or we can just be dicks and and just not talk about it again and leave you guys wondering. How's it going, guys?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Not as good as I was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Totally my fault on the recording.
It's all good. Technology is a real blow to the head. Speaking of a blow to the head, Matt Hardy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great segue.
Thank you.
He took a nice fall. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah,
So
it sucks. That's what we talked about for the last 10 minutes. We pretty much agreed that it sucked. The match had to be stopped, right?
Yeah. I also question what the fuck AEW's concussion protocol is. I brought this up. They had Matt Hardy away for a minute maybe before they brought him back to the ring. What was the concussion protocol to be like, hey Matt, do you have a concussion? And then when he said no, they're like, okay, send him back in.
Hey, Matt, what city you're on? Jacksonville. I've been here for 6 months.
Hey Matt, who's your brother? Brother Nero. All right, he's more. That's what he normally says, right?
It was actually pretty funny now that I think about it. When they put the camera on him, the match was called off, and he was still in broken character.
Well, that's kind of because he was literally broken.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was one of that actually added to the reason why at first, so I didn't watch it for podcast land. I didn't watch the match till 2-3 days after the fact, so I kind of knew everything. And just knowing that he tested out with not having a concussion or whatever, and then seeing him in character, my first couple thoughts were shit, maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. But I do agree that it was bullshit, and they should have called the match and figured it out.
I also like to say one other thing. Can we, from now on going forward, make sure that Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara are never allowed to be in the same area as each other again, let alone interacting with each other physically? Because holy shit, it just seems like disaster happens every time they try to do anything together.
Because that sacrifice, that spells disaster, Sammy Guevara.
Disaster in the form of knocking you off a lift and breaking your head, or throwing a chair at you so hard that it breaks your face.
Yeah, it does suck because this feud started off hot, and then Sammy wanted to rape people, and then they bashed each other's heads in.
Yeah.
And now I don't think they'll ever wrestle again, I hope. Well, at least for a while.
Not unless Tony Khan is the one who actually has a concussion.
I mean,
and forgets everything.
Hardy didn't show up on Wednesday, right?
Hardy did show up to cut a promo.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's already working.
Yep.
Okay.
They advertised that after the show too. It had to be the same night. Hardy is fine. He'll be on Dynamite on Wednesday or whatever.
Yeah. Then, they got lucky with him. That could have been really bad.
Dude, I was thinking about this today when I was playing with my dog. Who did Matt Hardy pay or get a lease on his bump card? Because he was already retired in WWE and fixed his back issue.
I think that was. I feel a lot of people play that retirement card just to take a break. And I think he was one of them, Because he can't...
Well, I don't think...
Because I feel like a lot of these wrestlers can't be oh, I need to take time off. Especially when you're older. Rey Mysterio legit has to, bust both his knees for him to take, a legit break from wrestling.
Yeah.
And I feel the same thing as it was with Hardy. These guys go through so much fucking shit. Their bodies obviously hurt, but they're too prideful to be like, hey, I need to take a step back for a second, you know?
I
Like,
also refuse to believe there's any reality where Matt retires before Jeff because of legit things he did to his body.
yeah, the one that I do remember that did do it was Will Ospreay, where he got. How did he get injured? I think it was just like too many like lands. It was just his back pretty much giving up, right?
Yeah.
And people were like, he's gonna when he comes back, he's not gonna be able to do all that flippy shit. And that's when he came out like huge, right?
Yeah.
He came out
Yeah.
buff, and I think he did it for like a couple matches where he changed up his style, where it was more like strong style New Japan, and then literally he went right back to flippy.
Yep.
He had more fun with it, but his body, yeah, I feel like that's the last person that I remember actually saying like I need to take a break from this, and actually took one.
Well, he did build his body up though, like before he was a twig, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Zack Sabre Jr., you should do the same.
I think one of the matches was a submission match with Zack Sabre Jr. during that little era you just mentioned. So look, I can do it all. Damn, he had a really hot 2019 going into 2020.
Who?
Then Rona hit. Will Ospreay. Dude, he crushed 2019. He was like my wrestler of the year.
Really?
Yeah. Going into, he was killing it.
No,
The G1.
wasn't he just like he was just doing tag teams with Minoru, right? That's all I remember from 2019 with him. Because earlier, when was it when he lost the title to Hiromu?
That was it at Wrestle Kingdom.
That was this January?
Had to be 6 years ago,
you're right,
but yeah.
You're right. No, you're right. You're definitely right.
It killer 2019.
I think my timeline's totally fucked on Will Ospreay here. But even like you mentioned Corona, like the Speak Out movement would have killed him too.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking.
Actually, no, that's not true, because he was just announced for the G1. Could we talk about the G1 in a bit?
Ooh, yes, that is very important to talk about.
Well, we're still on Will Ospreay. Like with the speaking out movement, it was almost in his favor that he wasn't working when all that happened.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any backlash.
I mean, people are giving him shit.
Yeah, but he wasn't on TV for more people to see him and be like, "Oh, fuck him." And now it's been, not saying it makes it any better, but it's been so long that they're kind of been excused. Not excused, but kind of forgotten. I don't know. But wasn't his just a lot of like getting a talent blacklisted?
Yes. Yeah, that's all it was. Really, was getting a female talent blacklisted. He's one of the few that kept it in his pants, apparently.
Yeah. Not as bad as all the others. Speaking of that, NXT UK I think starts this week. Not that I'm going to watch.
I'm surprised they have enough wrestlers to continue.
Still, they have Walter. They'll be okay.
Yeah, but who's he going to wrestle? Fucking the rest of Emporium?
It doesn't matter. Just like a heavy bag to slap. Be like Rocky in the meat locker, but just slapping. Good shit. Getting off track, dude.
I still want to see him wrestle Dom Mysterio, just to see it'd be like they're twins wrestling each other.
It's
like
a good one. There's a meme in there.
There is a meme. It's been made.
Oh,
not by me.
Damn it.
I definitely have stolen it. But now with Miro returning, like that's the new one where it's like you do baby Dom, and then you do fuck. I posted it today. I'll be right back.
I think I saw it. It was baby Dom.
Oh, it's shoot, what's his name? It's in not Green Street Hooligans. 21 Jump Street.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
right.
When he's in high school, like
Yeah.
before
Yes.
yeah, when he has blonde hair, looking like Slim Shady, and then Miro in his new look.
Miro Mathers.
Yeah.
But yeah, G130. That's coming up. It starts September 19th, right? I believe.
What's coming on the 19th?
G1.
Yeah, actually don't know. I should have made a game for this shit, man. I fucked up.
Yeah, man. September 19th, running from September 19th until October 18th. Then we get our, whatever the finals. I'm guessing will be running on October 18th. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, since we're talking about it, talk about it, GRJ. What you got about the G1, brother?
Hold on. I gotta bring this shit up. How do I check this shit, man? Oh. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Again. Or did I not save it? Son of a bitch. Okay.
Oh, the bracket.
Yeah, you just look it up on Wikipedia. Just Wikipedia G1 Climax 30. That's all I did.
30. I got it.
You got both blocks there towards the bottom.
Let's see. So we have. I clicked on the wrong link. Son of a bitch.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Sorry, guys. Like we said. Oh, wait.
Oh, I got it right here, brother. Nope, that's something else.
Production participants. Here we go. So we got our A blocks and our B blocks. A block. Kota Ibushi, Jeff Cobb, Okada, Ishii, Will Ospreay, Shingo Takagi, Minoru Suzuki, Taichi, Jay White, and Yujiro Takahashi. This fucking block is stacked.
I know, right?
And then you have Yujiro, who I've seen people compare him to the Yano of the group, but that's a total that's a total wrong way to think of this, because Yano has been the top stars during these type of bracket tournaments.
Yeah.
You know, he's beaten Okada. He's beaten Naito. Was it last year when he beat Moxley? Or was that during the New Japan Cup?
Who's this?
Yano.
Toru Yano?
Yeah.
The comedian?
Yeah.
The one that...
yeah. King of Pro Wrestling.
The King of Pro Wrestling, that's the one.
Yeah, he did in the G1.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. But without having a guess, let's go to Block B. You have Hiroshi Tanahashi, Juice Robinson, Hiroki Goto, Toru Yano, Yoshihashi, Tetsuya Nato, Sanada, Zack Sabre Jr., Kenta, and Evil. Also, another great fucking block. Just going off of who's on each block, this kind of looks like it's gonna be a Bullet Club ending with either Jay White going against Evil and or Kent, or not and or Evil or Kenta. You know,
Yeah, I can see that actually.
Because throughout the block, Kenta will fight Evil. You know. And then what they do, what New Japan does right here is Naito is in this block, right? Whoever he loses to, they get an automatic title shot. So
yeah,
Naito could lose every match, and then after the tournament, he's gonna have defense after defense after defense after defense. You know, yeah, it looks great. This is a strong year. Normally they throw in your the ones that you know is probably gonna win one or two like matches. You know,
Yeah.
this one, like other than Yujiro and
Useless Taichi?
I'm sorry,
Useless Taichi?
Good one.
I don't like him. I really don't.
Yeah, I know. That's why I called him useless.
I know, but like New Japan loves to put him over shit, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Why?
don't
But
know.
that's just me personally. Um, but yeah, super excited. You said this starts on the 19th, and it goes
Yep.
for a month, if I'm correct.
Yep.
So is Naito out of Oh no. Sorry, Evil joined the Bullet Club. My
Yeah, he
bad.
will join
Yeah.
back at. Another thing that's cool about this is the names Cobb, Robinson, Jay White, like they're returning to New Japan. In Japan, that's
Yeah.
really cool that they're getting actual wrestlers in there. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a great tournament.
I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'll be my New Japan Mark Self during it, and then I won't watch again until January.
to Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes, I might watch the
I get
Tag Team League if some people show up though.
yeah. I gotta think everyone should be watching New Japan Strong on Friday nights if you get access to New Japan World. They've apparently
Yep.
been doing some really good stuff. A fucking former Darren Young showed up last week, and I didn't get to see the episode, but was apparently awesome despite not having really worked anywhere since or for the past 3 years.
He hasn't worked.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah,
really.
he hasn't really done anything in wrestling since 2017, I think. But he showed up looking jacked to the gills. Apparently, did some really good in ring work. Brian Alvarez was super impressed with him.
Hmm.
It's just another guy that just didn't get a fair shake in the WWE system.
Yep.
Like probably being overproduced and shit just didn't work for him.
Yep.
Is that the one that they stuck with Bob Backlund? Bob Backlund?
He is
Yep. That is the one.
Okay.
also known as like John Cena's black brother.
Yeah.
That was a trendy thing for years.
And even
Maybe
worse,
I will watch New Japan
they stuck
Strong.
him with fucking Titus O'Neil for years.
Whoa. That didn't help. He's
Yeah.
trash. Well, wrestling wise, he's trash. He's a great person.
Oh
Great
man,
human
he's like
being.
the best human being. He's like the best brand ambassador they could have. Plus, that keeps him out of the ring. So yeah.
Yeah. Keep doing you, Titus. So back to WWE, there was cuts announced, but we really didn't get a whole lot.
Yeah, I only heard of 3 off the top of my head. We had Gerald Briscoe, who was furloughed back in the Rona era.
And he was
Mike Rotunda, the former IRS, and then on the women's side of thing, trainer Sarah Stock.
Sarah Stock, who showed up on Dynamite. Oh, Sarah Stock. Sarah Stock, the chick that's married to Cesaro.
No, that's Sarah Amato.
That's Sarah Amato, yeah. No, Sarah Stock,
Okay.
she was Sarita, right? And
Yes, Sarita, yeah.
And
Sarita.
TNA.
Yep.
So not the person that just wrestled on Dynamite. That was in CM Punk's little group.
No, that's Serena.
That's Serena, yeah.
Serena Deeb.
Okay. Okay, no. I remember who Sarah Stock is. That's too bad.
Yeah.
So I bet you the rest of the cuts come as soon as we log out for the night.
Yeah, basically.
So when I'm up at 3:30, I'll send them all to you guys, and then when you guys get up at like 11, you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You're 11, right?
That's pretty par for the course.
Yeah, my 11. You're 9 o'clock, you bum.
Dude, I'm up at like 6.
Tomorrow's my first of 2 days off. I'm going to be fucking comatose for as long as I can be.
Nice.
I say that. We'll see if it happens.
Dude, we just had, what was it, Labor Day here in the States?
Yeah, we had it here as well, so I was off Monday.
Oh, I don't know. It was a Canada thing, Canadian thing as well. But
Yep.
I remember leading into it. I was like, I'm gonna sleep a lot. It didn't happen.
No, I actually woke up about the same time as I would have woken up if I needed to go to work.
Yeah, I ended up being the homeschool teacher all week, and shit. The book, The Princess and the Pea, makes no freaking sense, man. Like, they have this princess who comes into their castle because, like, she wanders in, and they let her sleep for the night. She says she's a princess, so the queen puts a pea under her bed because a princess would be able to tell if there was a pea under her mattress because it'd make it uncomfy. And then she's like, "Yeah, I slept like crap. Okay, marry my son." What's the point of this book? It cannot be positive. Sorry, guys. My daughter made me read that shit 3 times today. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this princess is.
I mean, that
The
story
queen
was
is
written.
worse.
That story was written centuries ago, so knowing the way men were back then, I'm sure the point of the story had something to do with how women are terrible.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It was just like to find out if she was proper or not. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, guys. What do you want to
I don't know. If you ask me, anyway, I think any woman, regardless of how royal she is, would be pretty pissed off if someone put pee in their bed.
Like the vegetable.
I know it's PEA. I'm very familiar. I'm very familiar with the story from my childhood. I just had to make that terrible joke.
Oh, all right. It sucked. I'm trying to throw my sticker at you. Otherwise, I don't even know what happened in WWE this week. Not the clue.
It's week 2 of the bullshit of the Iconics not being together.
In fact, they got to wrestle each other on Raw.
I know. The only reason I know is because I follow both of them on Instagram.
Yeah, dude, okay. Here's a big discrepancy between WWE and AEW, and why I just prefer AEW. So you got this tag team that's been taken for years, right? You got this other tag team that's been taken for about a year. This feud is already over with 1 in 3 weeks. This other feud they've been teasing for a whole year and they still haven't touched. You know what I mean? Like Hangman Omega, that shit's been teasing since like November, January. They still haven't came to blows yet. And then they break up the Iconics in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that we talked about that. That's one of the things I mentioned. It just came out of nowhere. There was no build up to it. It just everybody knew that, or it came out that Vince is very high on paying Royce, and he wanted to put her as a single star with what's the other name that came out? Bianca Belair.
Weird how this all comes out like a week or 2 after Peyton Royce does a bodybuilder contest. It's like,
no. This was previous to that. This has been going on because I remember I was talking to MW1. I was talking to her a while back, and I'm like, they're gonna split up the Iconics, and she's like, they won't do that, and I'm like, do you even watch or read about wrestling? And she's like, no, they won't do that. And then I remember every once in a while, I'm like, I feel it. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. But there was like no storyline within WWE.
No, they had to show up on TV, be a good tag team. We were like, oh dang, they're being more physical.
And
they disappear for like 14 weeks.
Yeah, I really don't understand why they broke them up. Like, I get that you want to push Payne as a singer star, but like, look at the New Day. You could do it without having to split them up.
Yep.
And then this whole thing of like they could never be a tag team again, or they could never be the Iconics again. And I'm like, there's gonna be a point where you're gonna have to throw her in a tag team match. Who better than her fucking best friend?
And I get the feeling that they're going to be split. They're going to be split up with whatever this draft happens later this year.
Yeah, that's supposed to be soonish.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have.
It's whenever they'll have the draft whenever the fall season premiere is for like all TV shows. And I think that's like
like
late
right,
September.
like I get it when they're on the road and shit, but when they're stuck in one spot and you have all your wrestlers there, why do you need to brand split them? I guess, or make it like an official thing. Just keep it how it is
Yeah.
right now. You know,
Oh, I know.
you don't need to brand split her. Just have what's her face do an open challenge and then fucking she shows up and that's it.
On the plus side, it is Vince McMahon, so he could forget about this or change his mind at the drop of a hat.
Dude, I'm starting to feel like he doesn't know. He doesn't remember half the shit he does.
Oh, I know. Oh shit! I saw something cool. I know I didn't see. I listened to something cool this week. And it's about Tessa Blanchard. So she's booked for a show, an indie show in Chicago this week or so. And on the poster, or like, it's funny because she's Tessa frickin' Blanchard, right? They haven't advertised her at all that she's on the show. Okay. And then when you do the poster, she's wrestling Kylie Ray, and Tessa Blanchard's the women's champion, and they're gonna wrestle on the show. So they show Kylie Ray, and then behind her is just a silhouette of Tessa Blanchard. So they're not even like promoting that it's Tessa Blanchard.
Well, I mean, look what she did to Impact. Are you sure you want to promote her if you're not sure she's gonna fucking show up?
Dude, it's Indies. Who cares?
That's true because she's also defending. She's the defending champ too, right?
Yeah, and Daga's on the card, and he's on the poster.
Yeah.
So that's kind of goofy. But anyway, my whole thought is maybe it's because she's already signed for the date, but they can't advertise her because she's signed with a bigger company. Now I'm saying? Is that a stretch?
Oops, sorry.
Do you think they just don't want to mention her because of the speaking out shit we may or may not have mentioned?
Like
this version of the podcast.
If this company really cared about that, they would have stripped her. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was, and I doubt she takes that title with her. Like, I get her carrying around the Impact title because it's fucking Impact. I get it with some wrestlers from WWE actually carry their titles or from AEW, right? But this is some fucking indie. Like, if I'm the promoter or if I'm the owner of that, I'm not letting that title like leave the building with the champ.
No, yeah.
You're
holding on.
Like, yeah, I'm holding on to that son of a bitch. So
and this is an indie that's one of the big shows where they like fly in talent, you know. So it's not like they have a set roster at all. They don't have like a training academy. Just put it on one of their people. Yeah. Like everyone, half the show flies in. Warrior Wrestling, by the way, they have a sick.
Oh, okay.
Card.
I know of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, the Rascals are in a badass match.
Nice.
But I don't know, man. I think Tessa Blanchard might show up on one of these two big shows real soon.
Which show do you think?
I'm WWE because I don't give a fuck about.
Because I see Brian Cage on here.
Yeah.
Kimberly's on here. Thunder Rosa's on here.
It's a killer fucking card, dude.
No, but I'm just mentioning like these people are tied to different companies.
Yes,
it's true, but then again, AEW is also the premier company that caters to the SWJ crowd. I'm pretty sure that crowd, the whole accusations of Tessa Blanchard using the N-word is clear in their mind. And is Tony Khan going to want to risk pissing off or biting the hand that feeds him and pissing off that fan base by bringing her in?
Hey, as long as it's not a concussion. No. I don't
I
know.
mean, you can't bring in Tessa Blanchard if you got Hulk and Linda Hogan banned, right? Isn't that the rule?
That's true, and they're not even married.
Yeah, exactly.
But Linda did say some dumb shit.
She did use the term, and I apologize, but this is what she said: Afro-American. I would almost rather her use the N-word. That somehow seems less offensive because, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And then speaking of Tessa Blanchard, she's on my indie show I'm watching right now.
Dude,
Nice.
yeah, there is no mention of her in
At all.
Warrior. And I'm going through their Instagram. Like, they even have a picture of Rosa with the NWA title. But,
Oh,
like,
wow.
they have nothing on,
Yeah, just more shit pointing towards WWE. That's my thought.
But do you think they're really gonna use her?
Yeah, dude. They don't have shit for bodies. And like now it might not be her, but
Honestly,
I've never I got
honestly,
something
if
stupid to go through. Say what you gotta say.
honestly, if they do bring her in, I hope it's an opposite show of where Charlotte is. Because if not, they're gonna lead up a great year for her just to feed her to Charlotte. I feel it.
Oh.
Just like
Yeah,
Yeah, they need
Asuka.
to
probably.
keep them separate for at least one Mania build, and then the second Mania you have that match. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta
Yeah.
build
But
both of them up.
yeah. I'm just saying keep them separate for a year, and then the second year you build towards that
Yeah, see,
monster
there's
man.
one problem with that, though, is that WWE have a hard enough time building up more than 0 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I don't like to watch.
it's a
Anywho's,
problem.
Like,
I
even them
watched
building up
SmackDown.
Keith. Oh, go ahead.
Building up Keith. Yeah, no. I was watching. I just want to talk more about Tessa because she's on my TV. I watched like more than 2 minutes of SmackDown last week on Friday, and they did like a promo with no words. It was just a girl in heels
Yeah.
and like a big fur coat, and they just like showed her legs. So
It was
then,
another Emelina / Lana thing. Ugh,
yeah,
thing.
kind of. But
I,
then I
I
spent like the next 20 minutes googling wrestlers' feet.
I bet
And
I don't even want to know what Tony Atlas had to say about that.
and I'm not trying to kink shame anyone, but because I don't understand foot fetish. It just isn't for me. There's a website called it's like Wiki Feet, but for wrestlers.
What?
Or no, not Wiki. It is Wiki. Yeah.
Oh, that's our time,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right, that's been the podcast. See you never.
Right?
Hilarious. So when I was clearing out my gallery today, there was like 20 screenshots of girls' heels. I was comparing them and shit.
Maybe that's what where Brandy Rhodes got the inspiration. AEW heels.
Yeah. So it could be her, or it could be like Chelsea Green or Vanessa Bourne. I don't fucking know.
Even Scarlett Bordeaux, if Vince is an idiot and wants to split her and Cross up while Cross is out.
Now they were tan. That girl's not very tan.
It's just Matt Riddle in a dress.
Bro.
Bruh.
Definitely not.
No.
I did find out someone had a tattoo on their foot. Who the fuck was it? Oh. I don't know. Someone had a tattoo on their foot. I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't her. Durker.
All right, so I learned way more about wrestling fans than I ever wanted to know just now.
I mean, I feel like you should know this type of
I
stuff
do.
already.
I do. I didn't know of its existence, but deep in my heart, I knew of its existence.
That's why I can't find good news here.
Do we have anything in our notes? I'm just freestyling.
No,
Hey, we have notes?
Yeah, I haven't done notes in fucking forever.
Should we try talking about AEW again?
I don't know. We might fall on our face again, just like Matt Sydal did at that Battle Royal.
Dude, I tried watching that Battle Royal and I fell asleep.
Yeah, it was.
I'm,
It put the bad in Battle Royal. Ha ha! Such a dad joke.
dude, I turned it on and it was just forearm, 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 botch,
Forearm.
forearm.
Forearm. Oh my God! What are they doing to Darby Allin? Forearm.
But the right guy won, like we all called.
Yep.
And then there's an 8-way tag, which I think I also fell asleep watching, but I woke up for the finish. That was interesting.
Dustin Runnels finally gets revenge for what the Dark Order did to his brother with a roll up. Savage, you fucked them up, Dustin. They are no more.
Yeah.
That's almost good. Did you watch Dynamite this week?
Not yet. I just finished
Oh,
the
they
pay-per-view this
teased
morning.
throughout the show that they're going to have an update on Cody Rhodes. The update on Cody Rhodes is that he's doing some reality show. That was it. It was a brief plug for a reality show.
Dude, you know what I got a kick out of is AEW did its best rating in forever,
Yeah.
and Cody was not anywhere on the show. You know what I mean? Not everybody.
He was briefly on the show talking about a new series called, I think, The Big Show.
Big bad show tonight.
Which I imagine is a reality show about turning face and heel back and forth.
Gotta be it.
I don't know, because I was about to say, I'm like, didn't Netflix already cancel that show?
That's the Big Show. That's the Big Show show. Yes.
Yeah.
They did. It was sad. I watched like one episode. I mean, the show was okay. It was kind of like
This is Go Big Show.
Go Big Show. Oh,
which is what Netflix told Paul White to do. Go Big Show. Go.
Go Big Show. Okay, that's better than my review of the Big Show show.
My review was I didn't watch it. 5 stars.
It was kind of like Everybody Loves Raymond, but it wasn't.
Yeah, that's about what I expected, actually. Now, if you had Disco Inferno have this show and you close his eyes, it would be just like Everybody Loves Raymond. Or The Muppets with Kermit the Frog, one or the other.
All right, guys, so what was your favorite match of the pay-per-view?
I really liked this is funny coming from me, who is not as high on the Young Bucks as a lot of people in the IWC. I fucking loved the Young Bucks against Jungle Express or
good.
Lucha Express if you're JR.
It was really good.
Yeah, a lot of people wrote it off because it was pretty cookie cutter work from anyone that's ever watched the Young Bucks before AEW. But I think a lot of them didn't catch the storytelling.
Yeah,
you know,
it was more like a Young Bucks New Japan match where they actually did their shit but still told a fucking story.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple people on that, and they didn't enjoy the match, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was weird. And then I was talking to a couple people on the New Japan subreddit, and they're like, yeah, it was really good. And by that time, I didn't watch it, and I'm like, well, you know what, fuck it, I'll just stream this shit online and see what's about. I was impressed. It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Because I called it a throwaway match, or I forgot what wording I used last week, but I'm like,
it was a Dynamite match that we had to pay money for.
Exactly, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we didn't pay money for. I pay more money to watch Dynamite than I do pay-per-views. If that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, they were working heel tendencies, and it was fantastic to watch. And then, like, Jungle Boy was fantastic in that match.
Yeah. I feel like that's a guy that, like, they need to, forget splitting up Peyton Royce and Billy Kay. They don't necessarily need to split Jungle Boy off from Luchasaurus, but he needs to go off and start doing more singles things. I think that could be your next big star with a good year or so of building him up as a singles competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question about Luchasaurus, because I'm in a post about the whole pay-per-view, and someone was telling me how Luchasaurus is green, and not just because he's like a green worker. But I was like, I don't know if he's green or if he just looks like he moves in slow motion.
I think he's
I
more
don't know.
awkward. I think he's more awkward than green. He still works like in indie, that more indie-rific style. So I think anyone that's not in an indie-rific style is going to assume that someone that works that way is green. I'll tell you one thing. After watching Damian Priest and going back and watching Luchasaurus, he sure throws terrible big man kicks.
Oh, Luchasaurus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's like weird and slow, and
yeah,
Damian Priest would work circles around him, but Damian Priest, I think, had an extended career like in Mexico.
Yeah.
Whereas Luchasaurus, like, quickly signed on to FCW.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it was 10 years ago, but he stopped wrestling for a couple of years and did Big Brother and shit like that.
Yeah.
In college.
And then came back to become Deborah and Lucha Underground.
Well, yeah, wasn't when he showed up on Lucha Underground, he was pretty freaking green, right?
Yeah.
From my understanding, he just went in there and did
he was just like show up, choke slam, or a couple power moves and choke slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just there for his kind of his physique.
And then Taya Valkyrie cut his head off with a sword.
Oh shit! I gotta watch Lucha Underground.
Yeah, Lucha Underground is the fucking best. Even the terrible season 4 that was like worse than anything they ever did. It was still better than most modern wrestling.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, man. Okay. So then that's kind of my. I'm not the only one that thinks Luchasaurus is a little awkward. Not bad by any means, but.
Oh no, I like Luchasaurus a lot, but I definitely see the value in keeping him in a tag team and feel like they should really save him for those big man make the hot tag moments.
Yeah, like they could really make him and Marco Stunt be more of a team and Jungle Boy doing his own thing. For sure. I loved when the what was it, Matt Jackson was just beating the shit out of Marco Stunt.
Yeah. I'm sure Jim Cornette loved that even more.
Probably.
I would like that only if it came with the storyline of Luchasaurus trying to get Marco Stunt to get fat. Like, I want him, like, because it's Marco Stunt. Homeboy's tiny as shit, skinny as fuck. I want a match where, like, Luchasaurus picks him up over his head, tosses him to the opponent, and the opponent just catches him. It's kind of like you're just throwing a stick at him, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like Lucha's like, you need to get bigger. You need to get heavier. Like, I can't toss something that weighs nothing and expect to hurt somebody. Like, I want that type of storyline. It's stupid.
That would rule.
It would work.
Just have him like training in a jungle all the time.
Just have him go to Impact for a little bit and hang out with AC Romero and Larry D.
Yeah.
They'd get him fat.
Hey, how was Impact without Wrestle House this week?
Depressing. No, it was actually a really good show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out this weekend.
They still had Wrestle House characters on there at least. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Next week we're getting the rematch between the Deaners and XXXL.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I'm all in on that shit.
Yeah, this week though, it's like there's no Wrestle House, so it's depressing. But the Motor City Machine Guns and the Rascals had a fucking amazing match. So.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I think I.
Do it.
Yeah, okay. Now, the last thing I remember watching was Eric Young winning the title. So that was
from
2
last
weeks
week.
ago? Was that last
week?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
This week he got to wrestle Tommy Dreamer.
Exciting. So did he do the open challenge thing?
Nope. No, he was such a dick that almost injured a woman that Tommy Dreamer came out and made the save and challenged him to a match. A non-title match at that. Yeah, he almost pile drove Alicia Edwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're still talking about our favorite matches.
I also really liked MJF against John Moxley in the most part.
I didn't get into that, but I don't know. I just don't know. I watched the show so broken up that I couldn't like stay hyped for shit. If that makes sense.
That's fair.
I don't know if I just like kept looking away when important shit happened. I don't know.
I thought it was one of the better matches in the card, but still kind of one of the weaker AEW pay-per-views we've seen in a while. So.
Yeah, like being one of the better on the card doesn't mean it was necessarily great, you know.
Yeah, like it was nothing compared to MJF versus Jungle Boy, that one match, and that wasn't even a main event. That match was fucking rolled by socks.
Yeah, and like nothing seems like over the top special.
No.
Like I think my favorite match was the tag title match because of the storytelling, and it was like the first tag title match I've seen go over 30 minutes. Forever.
I wanted that to be my favorite match, but I just felt like it dragged on and on and on and on and so on.
Wait, which one?
Maybe the tag title match.
Oh, tag title match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I watched that match so intently, it burned me out for the rest of the show. The Mimosa Mayhem match was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that was fun.
The gimmick worked too.
It worked, right?
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. But have you seen like the people that are kind of butthurt at what Chris Jericho's been doing? Like
I don't.
That like they don't get why he's doing these type of matches. Like, how could I explain it?
He is 50, so he can't work a Matt Classic. So he's compensating it with.
He's at the point in his career too where he's just like, I'm already a major name value. I'm at the point of my career now where I just want to have fucking fun and maybe try to get other people over in the process.
Okay, yeah, that. Like, I think people were more pissed at the fact that, like, they people feel like Chris Jericho is better than this, and I'm all like,
have you watched Chris Jericho in 2019 or 2020, guys?
No, not even like that. But like the fact that they're like, he's such a big name, he should not be doing this shit. It's kind of like it's because he's such a big name that he is doing this shit. You know, this is so much better than having him go over the people that are gonna be trying to carry wrestling the next 10 years after he retires. You know?
Goldberg, Cough, Hunter.
Yeah, like I thought it wasn't the best match, but it was entertaining, and it was like I get it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I think the real reason he did it is he knew it was going to be hot as balls in Florida, and he wanted a match where he was going to have to get soaked in liquid and cool off.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't watch AEW, but what do you guys think is next for Orange Cassidy?
That's a good question. He's tangled up in something with because he's tangled up in that the best friends against Santino and Ortiz feud right now. I think, but I don't know if that's just a transition to someone else or not. What's interesting though is that Jericho and Chris Hager have entered themselves into the tag division.
Oh, that's cool. I figured that was the next logical step for Jericho.
Yeah,
but I thought he would have done it with Sammy. Oh, you know, it'd be cool if they freebirded rule and just switched between Sammy, Jericho, and Hager.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Because then you don't have to have Jericho wrestle all the time. He could be just as entertaining from ringside.
It could be the Xavier Woods of the three.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's exciting to hear.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. What's next with Cassidy? I think if Brody Lee still keeping his stranglehold on the U.S. title, I think factoring him into the TV title, I think factoring him into that scene might be good. You're not going to elevate him in the main event just yet with Moxley as a champion. You might as well elevate him up to that mid-card title.
Yeah, because like defeating Jericho would have to level you up. I think it's only Jericho's like third loss No, I think Jericho's only been pinned twice, and
Yeah.
this is only the second person to really beat Jericho in a feud.
And hey, he didn't even get pinned this time.
Exactly, but like still, it was the rubber match or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe after the feud with Kenny Omega, he could go against Adam Page, and then they could do a shock top match, since it's the orange and the beer. Shock top.
Yeah.
Get thrown into the. Is anybody in AEW known for vodka? They could do screwdriver match.
Ooh.
Wait, screwdriver, is that orange? Yeah, it is orange.
Yeah, that is orange juice.
Yeah.
You need to get Scott Steiner into vodka and get him to show up at AEW for a Steiner screwdriver match.
Jesus, that's good.
Yeah, dude, he just shows up anywhere.
Yeah. Who's going to tell him not to get in the ring and talk?
Well, like in 2019, I'm pretty sure he did Impact and NWA.
Yep.
So, who knows? And then he also did Chikara Trios in 2019. Pretty sure.
I forgot about
that's
that.
right. He did.
I don't know if that ever happened or not.
No,
but
he did, yeah, he did it with Petey and Big Mama
Gracie.
Pump.
Yeah, that was it.
Good times.
Sorry,
So
my
what was
dog's
anyone want
on
to talk
top.
about your worst favorite AEW match? I'm curious just to see whether we all have the same least favorite match.
least favorite.
I'm just gonna go with the match I didn't watch, which was the Britt Baker one.
That's the tooth and nail match, the reviled cinematic match that like a lot of people on the internet seem to hate, myself included.
Yeah, that's what I got after. That's why I never went back and watched it.
Yeah, my the first thing I told you guys was the triple X versus Triple XL versus the Deaners at Wrestle House was a way better cinematic match.
The fucking Boner Yard match was a way better cinematic match, and that was barely more. That was more of an incident, a massive conflux of inside jokes than it was a match.
Yeah, but I got them all. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah. So I dislike that match, but I think it might just be me. I don't know. But I was so bummed out about the Thunder Rosa Hikaru Shida match.
Shida. Yeah, like they were they suffering from heat stroke or something? Like what the fuck?
That heat. That's
it's hot, you know. Oh, we talked about that before we said
that doesn't exist, brother.
Yeah, like it was. People came out saying that the heat was unbearable. Even the fans were bitching about the heat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, imagine if you're just sitting there watching and you're bitching about the heat. Imagine the people that are up there moving around.
Well, that wasn't Hikaru Shida.
Yeah, she didn't move for sheet. Yeah, but like my hopes were just so high for that match. I was just so let down that I wouldn't say it was my least favorite match, but it totally bummed me out the most.
I think Thunder Rosa held her on.
Yep.
I feel like she made the title or the NWA title look good.
Good, yeah. And now she has a defense for Evilise.
Oh,
that's who it was. I couldn't remember. Yeah, she's defending against Evilise on the episode of AEW. So.
Yeah, I know. We talked about this in the chat. How like under the right opponent and the right circumstance, I could see Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins fame give the title AEW for a little bit, just so they could get eyes on the title, you know. And
you let Cody have the NWA title, and AEW has a lot more eyes on them than fucking Ring of Honor.
Big time.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor started, and I still don't know what the heck they have going on. I guess they have the Pure Championship going on.
Yeah, they have the Pure Championship.
But I don't know if anyone's watching. Oh, did you guys see the tweet Allison Kay made after Thunder Rosa lost?
No.
It was like the best kayfabe shit talk.
What was it?
I don't have it in front of me, but it was something about like showing up on a different show and making everyone look bad. Like, it's funny. Give me Allison K Thunder Rosa 3. I need it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised a person like Allison K isn't in AEW. Because they freaking need a veteran.
They need more than just a veteran.
Well, I know.
Yeah, they need at least 4 or 5, 8 people that don't work like they're just out of wrestling.
Allison's like her best friend.
Yeah,
So I'll make it happen. Just get me Marty Bell and Allison K.
I guess I did.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just funny that those women of AEW or NWA, the only one that seems to be doing anything of any importance besides Thunder Rosa is Tasha Steelz.
Yeah, she is.
She's actually doing some really good character work down there. Her and Kiera Hogan were fucking hilarious this week.
Did you know Kiera Hogan is married to Diamante?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
no,
brother.
I did not know that either.
Unless I got it wrong. Look it up right now and verify for me. But I'm pretty sure.
Look it up where?
Wikipedia. They have spouse on there.
The interwebs.
I doubt it's going to be on there, but you can go for it.
Unless I got the name wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
She is indeed married to Diamante.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
That's crazy. I did not know that. Good for them.
That's just a fact of Impact signing everyone. Like, they were on top of shit, where AEW is very lax when they were building the women's division.
Yeah. They have to get the Kenny Omega approval. They have to agree to play with this joystick. Wait.
What? What, Riho?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to put that in the ether to make sure I was correct without looking it up myself.
See, like if I followed Kiera Hogan, I think I would have told you, like, yeah, that's true, without having to question it. Because Diamante doesn't have pictures like Kiera has.
Huh. I don't know if Kiera puts it on her shit either.
No, she has pictures of them, like, hugging and kissing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Diamante doesn't have none of that. So that I follow Diamante on Instagram. That's why when you said that, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was pretty. I don't know what I was listening to. But yeah, I found that out. Yeah. Not sure why that matters.
Sure it wasn't one of your fetish wikis?
Foot fetish. Dude, it's like wrestler foot fetish or something. It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's footfetishcagematch.com. I don't know. Jeez.
And then I think we mentioned a little bit, or at least in passing, that we had on the pay-per-view, Kip Sabian revealed that he and Penelope Ford are getting married, and he was going to announce his best man, and that best man turned out to be Miro.
Miro Day, the real Slim Shady.
Miro Day, the former Rusev, of course, who had to go take shots at the WWE because that's what you do.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny because he kind of referenced that brass ring thing that Vince McMahon brought up in 2014, and I'm still salty over how stupid that was, so I'll allow it this time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just so annoyed with fans like getting all bent out of shape when AEW signs an ex-WWE guy. Like, imagine being an ex-WWE employee and never trying to work on primetime TV again. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck.
It's not like the WWE, had made or took a lot of former WCW talent and made them big stars. Cough Austin, cough Mankind.
I think the best defense that I saw for this was where, like, the people that like to bitch about how they're being misused on WWE, right? and then they leave, and then they show up on TNA, and it's these same people that are bitching about like, oh, why do you keep hiring ex WWE guys? Like, it's these companies that are gonna show off why they were being misused in WWE.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's not like they're on the most part. It's not like they're taking these ex WWE guys and having them dominate the whole show like Impact, like TNA did with Hogan, the Hogans, and the Kurt Angles, and all the Dudleys and all that. They're still letting their more homegrown or the talent they get from the indies shine.
I think the
Oh yeah,
only one I agree with that one is the Hogan one, because
Yeah,
the Dudleys, like, Bubba did his work. You know, he transformed himself
yeah.
in TNA. Who else did you say?
When Kurt Angle's a little earlier than that, so he gets a free pass. But
Yeah,
like
Kurt Angle as
Booker T, and then Sting especially. Sting couldn't was still too old and fat to go at that point.
I mean, yeah, but he also had to deal with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Oh God, Jeff Hardy. But yeah, it just like there was a while where it just felt like TNA had this influx of WCW and WWE cast-offs and just pushed them to the moon, and at the expense of the talent that had been there before. AEW's been a lot smarter about doing that, in my opinion.
yeah. Like the same time WWE brings in all these or AEW brings in all these WWE guys, they still are pushing Jungle Boy, pushing MJF, pushing Hangman Page.
They have their homegrown stars.
Yeah, they got people.
They got their people. You know, Cassidy just went over fucking Jericho.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cassidy was the last guy. That was the punchline, and I forgot it.
And John Moxley technically lost to MJF because he hit the paradigm shift and should have been disqualified.
Fucking.
And you know what's gold is MJF is going to run with that in promos.
What I think is gold is that he bothered to do it behind the referee's back in the first place. What if you got caught, John? What's the worst that would have happened? You would have been disqualified and still kept your title, you moron.
For sure. Oh, I sent it to you guys earlier. AEW announced that they're having a big show on their 1-year anniversary show, which is like October 14th or some shit. It'd be fucking hilarious if NXT counter programs with Halloween Havoc.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I know you said it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I mentioned that I've been wanting them to use that pay-per-view name for the longest time now. I hope they do it. I hope it happens, especially Halloween Havoc. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people that kind of followed wrestling when they were younger, like, or kind of followed WCW, they know that name. For some fucking reason, I know that name.
Conrad likes to say it as like it was almost WCW's, maybe not WrestleMania, but like WCW SummerSlam.
Bischoff actually argues that it became their main show over Starrcade, but Bischoff's also prone to saying stupid shit sometimes. So.
Yeah, any of Conrad's people, they kind of say how Halloween Havoc was kind of like their top 1 or top 2 show.
Yeah. I mean, it was the only show that featured a sumo wrestling match on top of a Cobo Hall, a giant falling to his death and then showing back up perfectly fine, and a butt raping, all in the same show. Butt raping.
That's your favorite show of all time.
It is. There's so much. I don't know. Uncensored 95 and Uncensored 96 might actually top it as terrible shows that I love to pieces because of how terrible they are. I mean, that was pretty terrible, but it didn't have a King of the Road match fought on the back of a moving truck.
Hey, I like that match. I don't know why people shit on that.
Probably because it was filmed so terribly.
I thought it was unique. Fucking shitty.
And the fact that both men got fired because Mike Graham, who agent the match, told them to get blood even though they weren't supposed to, but then he didn't get fired, but both wrestlers did. Good job, Mike Graham.
But then we got Goldust, so it's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now we got Dustin Rhodes back again. It's good shit.
And we got Dustin Rhodes back, and oddly enough, in the peak of his career somehow. Like, he's better now than I think he's ever been.
Yes, that he probably is. But he's not as good as Marty Jannetty.
Oh man, did you guys get to actually read the article about Marty's newest claim regarding the murder?
No.
Yeah, guess what? He never killed the guy. It was all to start. What it was supposed to set up a wrestling angle.
Well, yeah. Where's the angle? I was like, you know what's funny though, is his name has popped up on more indie posters and bullshit since he said all that. So it's making him money.
Yeah. No, see, apparently the whole idea was he has a friend who was an indie worker that used to be a correctionals officer, and so the whole idea was they were going to build them two having a match, where if Marty won, he would allow himself to be turned into the law without fighting, but if the officer won, I mean Marty would turn himself in, and then if Marty won, the officer would let him go. This was a thing he claims was supposed to happen.
Let's not give this guy
but
attention.
how many tickets did it actually sell? Like,
2,
I don't know.
3 maybe.
2.
If anything, this just tells me that the effects of getting super kicked and then thrown through a barbershop window are more damaging to the brain than we ever thought.
That's true. That's funny shit. So, anything else you guys got to add for this week?
You should probably let them know that the Kayfabe Sleep Wrestling podcast is no longer going to be airing on Thursdays here shortly.
Yeah, we're moving to Mondays. Monday.
That's right. We are going to be direct competition to WWE Raw. We're coming for you, Vince McMahon. Even though by the time it comes out, your show will have been over.
Or will it?
And we're on two completely different mediums. We're coming for you, Vince McMahon.
We're a third party, so yeah. You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to quit the show because you know how I work there.
Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, you just can't. You can't use your work name.
No more working name. I'm gonna have to go to my shoot name. Shoot.
You could change that right now. You could change that name right now. What are we changing the name to?
Bob.
The
building is brand new years.
See, you can just go work to AEW, and then they would let you have a Twitch stream and show a Chiron saying that, like when Kip Sabian promoted his stream on All Out.
Yeah, I'll just write my handle on this pull up.
I love that there's a pull up within Nan's reach.
Yes.
So check us out on Mondays from now on. It's going to be great. We will now have post pay-per-view results way sooner.
Or no results because we didn't watch it yet.
Also, please tell me that is a Mega Man I see, GRJ.
Yeah, it's my son's.
That's fucking awesome. Is that Mega Man X?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I recognized the helmet because I'm not a geek whatsoever.
No. Huge Mega Man fans over here. But yeah, I use his desk for recordings, and his figures are all over the fucking place.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does he show them off in his Zoom calls for school?
I don't know. I'm not here during that. I'm working.
Dude, my daughter has like a solo Zoom call with her teacher. Now, granted, she's in 4K, right? She grabbed like 20 plushies one day and showed each of them to her teacher. In their 10-minute Zoom call.
That is so fucking cute.
That's adorable, actually. Yeah, that's pretty cute.
Dude, it went on forever, and the teacher's like, "Hey, we have to do the lesson."
The teacher didn't appreciate that she was getting a lesson.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway.
Are we done?
Yep.
We're
Top
done.
guy. Out.